There are many companies that don't have either a vision statement or a set of values. Some that do are good, but none of them are great. Visions and values are essential to the effective running and growth of a business. If you don't have them, you're really not running your company effectively, and you're almost certainly underperforming. The most important thing in business is to make sure that those values are understood and shared with all of your staff and even your clients. Sometimes visions are called mission statements, and it tells us what the purpose of the business is, why it exists, and why the business does what it does. If the vision is not being shared, then no one is signed up to it and it's meaningless. The focus of your business could be compromised without realising it. If the vision is the central part of the business, then no matter what happens, if it's the right vision and if it's understood and supported by all, it can help a business to grow and achieve success. And then there's the values. We all have our own personal values in life, so it would be absurd to think that we wouldn't consider our business values. Values are the things that we hold close when doing business. For example, being accountable, ethical, or innovative. By identifying values, you can also ensure that recruitment processes can be developed to help you pick the right people to fit your business. So that's all well and good for large companies, but what about the sole trader? Small business owners tend to do business with people like themselves. If you're a small business owner, your own values will consciously and even unconsciously mean that you look for those values in others, including your customers. It's your values that underline why we feel we can do business with some people and not with others. Charles Collingwood of the Industrial Society recounted a story a while back. He stayed at a large hotel and noticed unusually high levels of caring service. The staff were exceptionally polite and nothing was too much trouble. One evening, Charles was sat in the lobby when the manager went by, and Charles stopped him and asked him what he'd done to make his staff so extraordinarily attentive. The manager explained it was simply that everyone knew and lived by the hotel's vision. He even offered a bottle of scotch if he even offered a staff who didn't. Charles never won the bottle of scotch, but he did learn the vision. That vision was, we are ladies and gentlemen, serving ladies and gentlemen. Now, by understanding and signing up to this vision, each member of staff conducted themselves in a way that supported this vision and subsequently ensured that the hotel offered a great service to its customers and the staff felt valued and supported. So just to recap, the vision is why we are in the business, and the values identify how we want to run our lives and our businesses. Okay, so how can they make a difference to our business? To understand how essential visions and values are, we'll also need to consider how we set our goals. This is the what the business sets out to achieve. All too often, companies set goals or targets without too much thought or understanding. This is often led by profit margins. Many owners first set goals in order to finance the business, so it's not surprising that money becomes a driving factor. However, what happens when those goals are not met? The staff become downhearted, productivity gets worse, income can reduce, cash flow becomes a problem. The vision adds the why to the what of the goals. The goals are what we want the business to achieve. For example, 10% increase in turnover year on year. Our vision gives us the reason why we exist. It's especially important when we're struggling to keep working towards achieving the targets. Our visions and value give us an understanding of why we are going the extra mile in order to meet those targets. Profit must have a place in our targets and goals, as that's why most businesses exist. But if we ever sacrifice our visions and values to achieve profit, that's when we're in danger of losing the confidence of both our staff and our clients. Whether you're a sole trader, a small business or a large company, setting targets and goals is vital for success. If you work in a team, show some transformational leadership and involve your team in the formation of those goals and targets. If you work on your own, you should still be going through much the same process in order to set out your goals. They must be SMART, which is specific, measured, achievable, realistic, and time-bounded. Taking this a stage further, make them even smarter. This now includes evaluating the goals. Do they fit your organisational purpose? And why have we made that goal? And what will it achieve? When you've done all that, then it's time to re-evaluate. Richard Olivier of the Olivier Mythodrama worked with management of a children's charity who were at 15% of their 2-year target at 18 months. The staff were naturally demoralised. By reconnecting the staff with the vision, which was the welfare and safety of children, they were more focused and motivated to try harder and achieve more. The target for fundraising took a back seat, but became more likely to be achieved. In fact, from then on, they went from strength to strength. We covered developing a strong vision around why the company exists. The company values are things the company holds dear, the why it conducts business. And there's the goals which bring both the vision and values into focus. Making sure your staff are signed up to the vision, values and goals can be the quickest way to build growth into your business. When you fall short on some goals, you can refocus, motivate and progress towards improvement. We haven't covered goals in any great depth, but it's vital to have long, medium and short-term goals. You should also include personal goals as well as professional goals to promote continuous improvement for individuals and teams. I've put together some great links to transformational leadership by Professor Beverly Alamo Metcalf of the Real World Group. For innovative insights into visions and values, look at the book called Inspiring Leadership by Richard Olivier. If you need support and guidance for developing your visions and values or setting your goals, then you can get hold of me on www.keydevelopmentcoaching.com.